now," said Morrel. "Leave me alone, and endeavor to keep your mother and sister away." "Will you not see my sister once more?" asked Maximilian. A last but final hope was concealed by the young man in the effect of this interview, and therefore he had suggested it. Morrel shook his head. "I saw her this morning, and bade her adieu." "Have you no particular commands to leave with me, my father?" inquired Maximilian in a faltering voice. "Yes, my son, and a sacred command." "Say it, my father." "The house of Thomson French is the only one who, from humanity, or it may be selfishness, it is not for me to read men's hearts, has had any pity for me. Its agent, who will in 10 minutes present himself to receive the amount of a bill of 287,500 francs, I'll not say granted, but offered me 3 months. Let this house be the first repaid, my son, and respect this man." "Father, I will," said Maximilian. "And now, once more, adieu," said Morrel. "Go, leave me. I would be alone. You will find my will in the secretaire in my bedroom." The young man remained standing and motionless, having but the force of will and not the power of execution. "Hear me, Maximilian," said his father. "Suppose I were a soldier like you and ordered to carry a certain redoubt, and you knew I must be killed in the assault. Would you not say to me, as you just said now, 'Go, father, for you are dishonored by delay, and death is preferable to shame'?" "Yes, yes," said the young man. "Yes." And once again, embracing his father with convulsive pressure, he said, "Be it so, my father." And he rushed out of the study. When his son had left him, Morrel remained an instant standing with his eyes fixed on the door. Then, putting forth his arm, he pulled the bell. After a moment's interval, Cocles appeared. This passage, to the literal last 2 words, just had me on tenterhooks. Not good ones, by the way. That line, literally the last thing I just said. Then putting forth his arm, he pulled, and I was assuming it was going to be the pistols, the bell. And now Cocles is coming into the room. So we are just delaying this. Oh, my God. You know, this is the absurdity and the torture of the premise of this podcast. I mean, if you're reading this as Dumas intended, you know, not 1 page a day, we would get through this anguish a little bit faster. But we have to, like, luxuriate in the highs and the lows, and man, oh man, does it get any lower than this. This is hitting me harder than Dante, considering, you know, his hunger strike in prison. This is just real, and I think it's the fact that Morrel has to interact with his family during all of this. So it's not just watching Dante have to accept his fate or, you know, endure the mental tortures of imprisonment, wrongful imprisonment, but like Morrel, oh my God, that line earlier, I almost couldn't get through it. Maximilian is just like grasping on anything to delay the situation, saying, "Will you not see my sister once more?" And Morrel is like, "No, I saw her this morning and bade her adieu." Like, woof, God, I don't, my brain is rejecting even thinking about it, that Morrel had to put himself in the mindset of knowingly saying goodbye to his daughter, his family, for the last time. I'm not going to do it. You know what, folks? I'm not going to do it. It's too much. It's too much, Dumas. What are you doing here? I don't even know what to comment on. I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to do, folks. Oh my God. This is so much. I'm sorry. This is not an entertaining episode to listen to. I'm so sorry. Let's focus on this. Morrel, in whatever kind of distorted way he thinks that this act is going to be honorable, which, you know, whatever. I'm not criticizing the time in which this stuff was common, but tries to do a little bit more honor on the way out, telling his son that essentially Dante, not knowing it's Dante, obviously, is the only one who had any kind of pity on him and gave him the 3 extra months to try and pay. And so when he tells Maximilian this, he says, "Make sure you pay them first," Whenever the money comes in, however it comes in, they're the ones who require the first payment because they're the only ones that allowed me to try to save face. So I think really trying to live up to the Morrel name up to the last second. And I guess who can blame him? If he's in this kind of mindset, I guess that makes sense. If you're going to this extreme, you're not just going to do it and leave all of the loose ends to the people in your house to tie together, clean up, and figure out. Morrel is showing in his final moments, which I hope they're not final moments, that he's doing in his final moments these acts in order to preserve the Morrel name for the rest of his family, I think. I probably edited it out, but there's a long pause there when I realized that we only have 4 episodes left of this chapter, and maybe I'm so caught up in modern writing that I can kind of I just got this gut feeling like, oh, this is where we're at, and we have to lead to a cliffhanger at the end, or not even a cliffhanger, but like an emotional moment at the end of the chapter. This is one of those things that's like, the chapter ends with the final moment. Maybe. I don't know. I got very scared for a moment, and I paused, staring wide-eyed into the darkness of this podcast studio, just hoping that's not the case. But suddenly I got scared that it might be. And I guess there's only one way to find out, not that I actually want to right now, but join me here tomorrow. We only got 4 episodes left. Maybe if we clap, like in Peter Pan for Tinkerbell, we can save Morrel. Everyone clap on the way out. Join me here tomorrow. Okay, goodbye. The Countdown of Monte Cristo is part of the Gruntwork Podcast Network. This show is produced, edited, and hosted by Landon Solano. The original text of The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas. Theme song by Magic Solo. If you want to support the show and others like it, visit patreon.com/gruntworkpod. Thank you for listening. See you tomorrow.